So in that experience, now from sales to GTM, and then what process do you follow for go to market? Like I give a product to you, and then let's say, hey Ashish, can you think of a GTM for us? How do you go about it?
So firstly, I need to figure out who my target market is or what my target market is, right? Is it a luxury product? Is it a B2B product? Is it a B2C product? Is it a software product? Who are the relevant customers? Even if it is a product, for which domain does it belong to? Which vertical does it belong to? Is it a healthcare product? Is it a lifestyle product? Is it a manufacturing product? Is it software? It depends, right?
Right.
On what your product is. And then we identify who the target audience for it is. Right? Now, these are again dependent on a lot of factors. If your product is a very high value product, you're spending a lot of time to ensure that the quality of the product is superior than what your competition has, and the capabilities and the features that your product has is far ahead of the curve in comparison to some of the other solutions, right? Because that is where firstly you identify the target market. Also, it helps you kind of give you some visibility into how you can price the product that you're going to sell, right? Because if you are targeting a product to, let's say, the highest level of segment within your target customer audience, somebody at the lower segment might not be able to even afford it, right? Even think of it. And then your marketing strategy entirely depends, or rather changes based on who your target audience is, right? And the platform that you use to communicate to those target audience also changes, right? So obviously there are five, or rather the 7 key steps to get the right go-to-market strategy to begin with. First, you need to identify what your target market is, right? Then you have to identify who your target customers are, right? Then you need to know where you stand as a company or as a product in comparison to some of the competition, right? So when it comes to, let's say, when it comes to cars, you have BMW, you have Honda, you also have Maruti, right? So you need to know where you fit in best. And how do you ensure that, let's say if you're fighting or if you're competing with the class of Mercedes, how do you ensure that you get visibility for your brand around the customers of Mercedes, right? Or people who are looking into Mercedes as one of their select products, right? How do you define your offer, right? What are the capabilities, features, whatnot that you're going to add to the product to appeal to that audience, right? Target audience. What are the different channels that you're going to take, right? Are you going to directly start selling? Are you going to use online platforms? Are you going to put a sales representative who's going to go and reach out to these customers personally? Are you going to set up a showroom? Or are you going to start a franchisee of sorts, right? Depending on what the product is and who your target customer is going to be, right? So there are a lot of factors that go into go-to-market strategy, but it begins with what your product is and what are you trying to do with it, right? And who your target customers are. Once you identified at least the top two of these two things, the rest five will always follow. If you have the right person to support you with your strategy, it is definitely, I mean, I see no reason why you cannot get the right go-to-market strategy for the product or the service that you intend to sell.